Here's what I looked like eating 2,000 calories a day versus what I look like now eating 3,000 calories a day. Now, my solution to this wasn't going on a keto diet. It wasn't cutting out all fats. It was simply just boosting my metabolism. And the way that you do this is a process called reverse dieting. So today I'm going to be breaking down what reverse dieting is, how you can boost your metabolism, and what I'm actually eating on a reverse diet to try to boost my metabolism to make weight loss so much easier. For breakfast, we got 4 scrambled eggs and 2 pieces of sourdough toast with almond butter. Now, the reason I actually wanted to make this video on reverse dieting is because this is something that I am doing right now. Not too long ago, I was doing 2,400 calories a day while doing a long running session in the morning, distance running, and doing a heavy weightlifting session in the evenings. Now, my body could not deal with the stress of this. I mentioned earlier I was barely eating. You probably would think that I would be super lean doing all this stuff, but I couldn't even lose weight. I couldn't even lose that last like 5-10 pounds that I wanted to get like really shredded. So essentially what I'm doing right now to actually get that weight off eventually is eating more. I bumped up my calories to where I'm eating 3,000 a day now. I'm still training hard, but I'm eating 3,000 a day. And this is probably about maintenance, maybe a little bit of a surplus some days if I can't hit my cardio. This is kind of how a reverse diet's supposed to work. Like I'm literally eating so much more and I know I'm actually getting closer to my goals. I'll go a bit more in depth to kind of what you're doing specifically to your metabolism to actually achieve this effect at lunch. So I will see you in a few hours. Second meal, we got half a pound of ground beef, half a cup of white rice, some of these clean ingredient chips, and then a Lar bar with peanut butter. I'll pop up the macro breakdown on the screen. I don't know exactly what they are, but I know fats were pretty high, moderate carbs, and pretty good protein from the ground beef. Now, I ate both of these meals before 1 o'clock. So you might be asking, how can you eat this much and actually get lean? How is this beneficial towards getting that movie star body? Now, in the short term, it might not be beneficial, right? Because your metabolism is wrecked. If you're eating 2,000 calories and not losing weight, yeah, you have a trash metabolism. And that's what I had. I was plateaued. So you need to do something different. Most people will reduce food, make themselves feel more miserable than they already are. But actually increasing food is going to increase your metabolism. So eventually I'm going to get to a spot where I'm just maintaining at this 3,000. This is my new baseline. And then from there, I'll slowly drop calories. Again, not going drastically. I'm not going to drop to 2,000, do this crazy crash diet. That'll cause a whole thing of problems. But I'll slowly reduce 2,800, 2,600, 2,400. And this is how you efficiently lose fat in a very sustainable way. You love what you're eating. Your hormones are good. And this is peak reverse dieting right here. Pre-workout meal was just chicken and a baked potato. And then I also got some snacks here. Post-workout meal was crushed. Very high protein and carbs with a little bit of fat, mainly in the snack part, I guess, with the pecans. And then I also got some fat with the olive oil, butter on the potato. But really, we want to keep fats lowish before the gym just because they're harder for the body to digest. But you probably noticed that in every meal I've had fats, and in the meals before this, I've actually had quite a bit more fats. And fats are so huge for hormone production. It's easily the most slept on macronutrient. I feel like people know carbs stored as glycogen, great. You need them for weightlifting. Protein, get 0.8 grams per pound of body weight and you're good. But I think fats are huge. First of all, good fats like nuts, oily fish, even nut butters have very good micronutrient densities. But then also, fats are huge for hormone production, specifically if you're a dude, testosterone production. So we want to be keeping our fats very high, and this is usually the thing that drops when we're cutting. And this kind of happened to me, and I think that's what caused this low energy, just being lethargic and not really being able to think too clearly. When I was dieting super hard, I think I was neglecting fats, and my hormone production took a hit, and it was really rough. And now that I've reintroduced more fats, I definitely feel a lot better, way more energy, feeling a lot more back to myself. But I'm gonna let this meal digest. We'll probably hit a workout in an hour and a half ish. That was a decent sized meal with the snacks included. So we're gonna crush them back in a little bit, but chill before then. See ya after the lift. Post workout meal was just a protein shake and some nuts. Post workout meal has been consumed. Protein shake, nuts. Again, I keep hammering this point of fats, fats, fats. Huge for hormone production, especially for me as I'm trying to get all my levels back to normal, healthy 19-year-old male levels. And then just being able to eat, not have to worry about, I mean, I'm still tracking my food, just to have kind of a rough estimate of macros, make sure I'm not going too crazy, but just to have a little bit more freedom where I'm not just hungry thinking about food all day. And that's just never good. If you're ravenous, if you're truly, truly hungry, eat, give your body some more calories because it probably needs it. Don't just push through. It does not serve you. But if you made it to this point, I hope that I've taught you a thing or two about reverse dieting, and kind of how the metabolism works, how you really do have a lot more control over it than you might think. And then just the importance, obviously, of fats with hormones. Listen to your body, listen to what it's telling you. But that's going to wrap up this one. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace. Also, please follow me on TikTok. Thank you.